Okay. Becoming slightly comfortable with plugins and the little bit of knowledge I have over a few months in Unreal. I mean, really, like probably 5-6 months of straight hard use daily. Is back. Well, it never left, but it's good. It feels good to be okay at something. But now I gotta get better at other stuff. Okay, C++ question 1. And then I'll finish this and then do my self-test. Let's get music going. No. Oh, thank God I thought I signed out on accident. What the fuck is this? I'm not gonna watch that. Oh no, I'm not watching that. Fuck. I gotta do not interested. I don't want to see it. It's too good of an anime. Nice. Or of a story, honestly. Oh wow, this is going hard. Need main because for anything, need a program. Class called point2d. Private data members. Double mx. Double my. 0.0, sure. Public. point2d. We can make it const expression just because. Point2d takes 2 parameters, so we're not making it explicit. Oops. Int x and y. X is x, and y gets y. And a print function. Provide a constructor in a print function. So, okay, as a member function, okay. Why is it? What is it not happy about right now? What is it complaining about? Stupid me. What? Oh, we don't have it included yet. Did we care if print? I mean, we can't access the specifics, so I think it's fine. Oops, these should be doubles. Okay. Hello? Oh. Could be default for both. Yeah, so we need, that only takes those, so we also need a default constructor. Cool. Not changing. Yeah, it's identical. Nice. Cool. And I preferred to do that too. I was just testing out that weird syntax. We already know how to do this. Yeah, I already did this the other day. It's C math, yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I already made this verbatim. That's fun. Okay. Gotcha. It's because it ends up being. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, yeah, it's 9 plus 16, which is 25. Square root is 5. Okay. And then it cuts off. I was making sure that this was actually still a double value, which it was. Okay, so it's my, well, and we could do, yeah, so it's my, or well, we could do mx minus other point dot mx mx minus other point dot mx plus my minus other point dot my my minus other point dot my return square root of that whole thing. And what do we want? Yeah. Bop. Easy peasy. And maybe we make this const expression. It's not doing anything at runtime, so hold. It can't because why? Because of the reference, we're not outputting anything. Maybe it's because to get a reference to something else, it has to be. Maybe. Alright. Now, what about this? I could make this const. Because it's not changing any of these guys here. Nor is this. So, yeah, we could do that. You don't need a copy constructor. Okay. And the reason why is I'm passing it a reference for it to see. Yeah, that's fine. We're not doing any copy stuff. Alright. Makes sense. Yep, I already made a default constructor. I already made that. I already made a print. I already made this. And sure. Yeah, you could also do this. Plus that. And just square rooting the whole thing. Okay, what is that? And what is that? And main. And cool. Easy peasy. Yeah, verbatim. Same. Cool. What do we want to do? Okay. So now we'll do some fraction stuff. Convert a fraction from a struct to a class? Okay, sure. I hate copy and pasting code. It's so annoying. Specifically, I like writing code. I don't like pasting code. I don't like using others and having to. Well, I don't dislike figuring it out. I mean, I want to say that I dislike trying to figure out other people's code, but I dislike. I don't know. It just feels cheesy. But in this case, it's a problem. Okay. Short program. This is cool. All right, nice. Oh, pretty. There we go. I was wondering why I couldn't do it up here. All right. Still couldn't. Convert fraction struct to a class. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Wait, really? That would be stupid if we're talking get fraction. Even get fraction? Nah, no way. Bro. Convert all of the functions to non-static member functions. Makes sense. Yeah, there's no constructor that. Okay. Oh, can't do it because it's private. Do I really want this though? No, fuck off. Whoa, hold. How was this before? We could actually set it there. Man, its voice is killer. This is trash. This is so bad. Hold. Oh, wait, what? What is it trying to do? Oh, it wanted to print the multiplier. Oh, okay. So we can multiply them. I mean, it's already been converted now. Oh, hold. Okay. Can't do that, and the print fraction. The point is, I want to print the multiplied guy here. Okay, so we could print. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, oops. Hmm. I don't think I can. Mm, hmm. See, this, I don't want print fraction to be a member function. It shouldn't be. It should only be printing itself, or we could print the product. We wouldn't do that. In temp, there's no way. We wouldn't do that. Like, what am I gonna do? Create an object, or I'd have to create a temporary in order to. Yeah, fuck that. That makes no sense at all. I mean, instead of standard character input here, we could do a couple things. We could do. Excuse me. We could create two integers and that like well here. I mean, here's two ways. We could do int x, int y. Okay, and then we say oh wait hold on. These are ints. Okay, and we say x and then y. Okay. But then we plug in x and we plug in y. And then we have setters. Yeah, and if we're doing this logic, we can't. This has to be standalone. God damn, dude. Voice is insanely just clear and strong and everything. Everything you'd want. Alright, fraction is now a class, two private data members. It has a default constructor. It's const expression, so we could do this guy at compile time. Same thing with the normal constructor if we pass it the explicit values. I don't want to do a any delegation to handle the. I mean, I could, right? I mean, I guess we don't even need it to be default, right? So we could just say. Well, I could. No, we could do this. We could say. I don't think this will be happy. Yeah, I figured not. Hold. I don't want magic values. I mean, I guess. Oh, I guess you could handle it that way, huh? We could say. Oops. Okay, and then we can do this. We accept 2, and then we could say if they pass in 2, we're cool here. And if they pass in, and if they omit the second one, they specify this and omit the second one, that's cool. So we handle both, we handle the first. Now we need to handle the last. I think I have to call it this way. So that handles nothing, but this handles nothing too. Hold on. 4 cases. Nothing. Handled by this. Alright, no argument. Or they pass. No arguments are passed. Default, 0, 1. Cool. Excuse me. Only the numerator. So they pass in only the numerator. They put in 4. Well, the denominator gets defaulted to 1. So we get 4. Only the denominator. It's only the denominator. There's no default argument before because we can't do that because then we wouldn't know if we're only doing the denominator or if we're omitting the, or if we're only doing the first and omitting this incorrectly. So if we're correctly omitting the default or if we're incorrectly omitting the required. This is only the denominator. And then both here. 312. Cool. Doesn't reduce, but it's fine. The default values. These guys are static, so we can keep them here and we can adjust them here. And these values are cool. Initializes, passes what's needed. If they did nothing, it'd be here. If they did only the denominator. Oh, hold. How would we even know that? Wait, but if there was a call with only one, wouldn't it be ambiguous here? Because they wouldn't know if we're omitting this one, right? So what if we did... I'm pretty sure that's the case. There's the issue, ambiguous. Dun dun -dun, I missed. I messed up. I hold. Thought I was cooking, I was not. I mean, so if we say nothing, no arguments at all. If we do one arg, there's no way to know whether it's the denominator or not. There's no way to, like, if I do fraction 1... Oh, fuck. Oh, gotta go to bed. Fuck. Like, I don't think there's a way to know. If we get one arg, we have to assume that it's the numerator, right? Right? Hold on. No, we have to do numerator is default numerator, and this guy can't be. But then, fuck, we also need the 0. How do I... Are you sure? Bro, nobody's saying this shit's explicit. If you take one arg... Oh, wait, hold. Wait, no, it's fine. What's wrong with this? I'm staying up till I finish this, don't care. The point is more than one. Oh, because they could omit this and do... Okay, alright. So we need it so that there's... So there's both... Handles no args. Handles one arg. Handles two args. Right? Or we just do... I mean, there's none, there's 2, or there's 1. So this handles no args, and it initializes them to be default. This handles 2 args, and it initializes them to be what they need to be. And it also handles 1 for the numerator. This handles numerator only, handles nothing, handles both. Yeah, that's the only option. 0, 1, or 2. There's no way to say 1 and it's this versus 1 and this. There's no explicit member initialization where we say, oh, hey, by the way, this is only this member. I can't do it. We have some getters, some setters, member functions. We return a function. I mean, and we really could do. That works too. Wait, hold, wait. Oh, that's the problem. Hold, wait. Const fraction reference. Const fraction reference. But we can't because this guy's created here and it isn't prolonged, so we do actually have to do it by. Damn. Yeah, the lifetime of a temporary can be prolonged, but not across function calls. I can't call a function, create a temporary in there, and then return a const reference to it. Can't do it. We can only do it if we keep it in the same scope. In this case, we're multiplying, we're returning the fraction. We can print the fraction, so we could multiply from one fraction to get the total result, and then we could print that. So we could say something dot multiply with another one, and then something dot print that. But print should really be out here. Just like get fraction should be out here. So we create fraction temp. Or wait, what the fuck is this? Why do we need temp? Wait, hold. Like, why would I need to do that? I may as well just say int and y, or x and y. That wasn't my spelling mistake, was it? It was. Wow, I fucked up. Whoops. Value for numerator. Value for denominator. And then we return a temporary to it. Or, well, no, we return it by value actually to create it. And in this case, we're returning one temporary, which we're initializing here, which uses wouldn't that be a copy constructor? How is it, which one is it calling here? Because we're returning a fraction. How is it returning there? I'm curious, what's happening? We're going here and we're saying, okay, we entered 3 and 3. We return the fraction. Oh, it's saying because the copy isn't needed. It does a move semantic, so we don't need the copy constructor. Okay. I'll take it. And then we made the fraction constructor. Wait, hold. Oh, also true. Well, I haven't made a fraction constructor. You made one constructor? Why'd you do that? Why would you do that? I left it as a non-member. Like, what's it gonna do? Return self? Or return a fraction initialized with... Like, how would you do... You'd have to create a fraction with values and then call get fraction from the fraction to return... Bro, that's fucking... it makes no sense. Alright, I'll stop at 45, 6 more minutes. I have to go to sleep. We have two constructors here to handle different cases. Is there a different way that you would want it? Is the point here that you're only... Well, you need a constructor here, though. You need a constructor that is able to initialize via either the copy constructor or... Well, maybe we don't, though. Is that the case? Oh, I missed it. Then that's right here. I mean, we could do the set if you wanted it like that. Yeah, but it takes one arg. Why would we make the constructor explicit if it only takes one argument to prevent implicit conversions? I wouldn't do it for if it's explicit for two. Bro, no, I would do it like this. I would do it like this. I don't care. How are you doing it? Why the fuck are you doing it like that? So the point here is you create a fraction that's the default construct. So it could take nothing or it could take two. And we made it explicit so that whatever, I guess to just disallow implicit conversions, even though it's not only one argument. And then we're using get fraction as a member to initialize this one. I mean, I guess. I'd rather just call it initialize fraction. Like, that is a shitty member function, bro. It's terrible. Fucking Yuki, bro. Wait. Now, no longer, well, now it's explicit. And then get fraction instead. So we called really? So we can say in this same scope, we're returning a temporary R value. And then we're printing it. Reference of an array. Yeah, it's cool. Yes. Yep. And print fraction, what? Print this fraction? Oh, I guess that's true, right? Because we're returning a fraction, huh? So if we just call this print fraction, and we just print the numerator and denominator, there's no need to multiply returns. This is shit. This is really just shit. But multiply returns a whole fraction. So we could return a whole fraction as a temporary. You could use one fraction to create another fraction and call print on that fraction, which is what we do here. So we're doing. So we're calling f1.multiply with f2. And that whole thing dot print fraction. And I think we could maybe do it like that. 10, 4, 2, and 6. 20 over 24, yep. And the point here is we're using this explicit, I guess, to disallow implicit conversions. We're doing this as some sort of set fraction thing. This name is just trash. This should really just be set fraction. Or assigned fraction, but we'll say set, sure. Just like set here. Well, we're not even using these. See, when we're getting these, but we don't even need them. Yeah, this is just trashy made. Yeah, so it prevents it. Hold on. Prevents it from being used via an implicit conversion with a single value. Makes sense, but it would also prevent. Well, we also don't even allow with one argument, because if we did one argument, well, we could do. It handles 2 and 1 and 1, right? So this handles specifying both, this handles specifying none, and it handles specifying numerator and leaving denominator blank, but it doesn't specify leaving denominator blank, which is fine. Well, even if we didn't do it explicit though, what? Oh. The point is that this constructor actually can take one argument. Thus, we're disallowing an implicit conversion for that. They can put in 1 as the numerator only, which I still don't want. I would rather handle all of them by having multiple constructors. I'd rather have a nothing. And, well, no, we can't. We can't handle both. You can only handle 3, so you may as well do one constructor that handles 2, 0, and 1. Okay. Bro. To get fraction, we want to create one and then return it somewhere else. Why would we want to already have a fraction created to then use it? This should be, if it's called set fraction, okay, but we may as well just freaking initialize it. Or do set, and then print. Maybe something else wants to print a fraction. Maybe we don't want to create a fraction first, because then we have to get a fraction, dot print. I mean, I guess we could do that. I mean, I don't see a humongous issue, but if we have the non-member, we can initialize and define a fraction in a single step. Well, yeah, because if we... Otherwise, we have to... Oh, well, yeah, because here, we have to define a fraction first, and then we have to set it. Yeah, it's just a shitty way of doing it. Well, yeah, and then we would just bring it out. And then we would put in the getter. And then print. Yeah. Alright, cool. I gotcha. I get it. The hidden this pointer. Okay. Alright, more later. Well, yeah, I gotta go to sleep, catch up.